Well, I don't think people want to listen to me and Dan talk about credit scores and whatnot.
No, please, go ahead, have fun.
I could repeat the story of how Credit Karma unpersoned me.
Unpersoned.
I'm sorry, what?
I wanted to find out what my credit score was, so I put in my social security number, and they said it was an invalid number. They said that not only did I not have a credit score, that my social security number didn't exist, and I'm not a person.
You are simply a piece of property for the government now.
No, I was
Welcome to my world.
unpersoned. I was just unpersoned. There's like you are not a person.
I've been playing the new Fallout 1 and 2 myself.
Good.
The new Fallout 1 and 2?
Saying the word new was a stroke, ignore it.
Oh, okay.
I just assumed that there was like a texture update or something.
And I gotta say they're pretty great. Top-down isometric view classics, you know, very good fun. Obviously dated humor, but worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty balls deep in the first one.
Section.
Yeah, exactly. I had saved the vault with the water chip and all that stuff because I wanted to get out of the timer so I can enjoy the world, right? But in the meanwhile, I was also partially progressing the main story. I decided at the ripe level of 9, I would take on the mutant military base in Maricopa.
Yep.
Anyway.
I didn't even play the game, and I already know you're a dumbass.
Anyway. Me, Dog Meat, and another companion, and well, let's just say that they didn't last long. I had to do some patrol routes because miniguns will one-shot you with a burst attack, and super mutants like miniguns.
Yep, yeah.
I'm talking.
Their hands are too big for the smaller guns.
I was promptly welcomed to the hard mode of the game by loading into a random encounter and dying to 179 damage. So I would put their body, like I would put the other super mutants between me and them while they burst through their ammo by turning their friends into Swiss cheese and running.
That is always the funniest fucking strategy of just like, most people do not care. They will shoot through their friends. But your companions will also shoot through you.
Fucking reminds me of the AI in the goddamn fucking Earth Defense Force, where it's like, I'm firing a rocket launcher. Hey, I'm gonna walk directly in front of you.
Ooh, pretty light.
Basically,
like, it's one of my...
they burst fire, and if you're there, you're gonna get hit too. It's a straight up mag dump.
Yeah.
So, there I was, companionless, having fully scouted out the base, went back to the Brotherhood of Steel, and I got them to team up with me. So me and 3 Brotherhood members went to the encampment and blew through it like nothing. Right? The outside, of course. They, of course, don't go in to help you. Why would they do that? But the game makes you think a lot. I had to look a lot of shit up because some of it makes no sense and is completely nondescript. And there's a point to this, because it leads up to why I stopped playing Fallout 1 recently and started playing 2. I'm going through the base, doing fine, saving frequently, killing the super mutants and their rocket launchers and their miniguns, and just generally their bullshit. I apparently needed explosives to get through some of the force fields, but I didn't realize I could walk through force fields, so I spent 30 minutes of my time trying to figure out how to get through the force fields. Because I couldn't use rockets, I couldn't use grenades or anything to blow those things up. I needed timed dynamite. Eventually I found out that the damaged force fields I could walk through and take a little bit of damage. So I did that. Cleared my way to the computer where my science skill that I got at launch that was useless up to this point would finally be useful. The usefulness was to beat blackjack on a computer. Then, without any knowledge of how this is supposed to happen, apparently I'm supposed to hack these computers to get rid of the force fields, as I'm using my science skill on them. Turns out I needed the radio to hook up to the computer, so I could use the radio like a remote to turn the force fields off, one-time use only. I do that, it only of course gets half of them, because they obviously need to fuck with me still. I continue through. I get to the second floor and everything, and I'm saving and clearing out super mutants little by little to get some XP. I level going through this, by the way. And I'm in a room where there's like 2 former force field emitters, but I keep kiting the super mutant army into it and gunning them down as I immediately hide behind the corner while they're, dumping their mags on me. So my game crashed, right? Not a big deal. I've been saving, as y'all heard me say. Cue me loading up the game again. And one thing about these old RPGs especially is that NPCs and all that stuff don't stay where they were, neither do settings typically once you load a save. More often than not, you'll load a save and an option will turn itself back on or something weird will happen, you know? In this particular example, the force fields turned back on. The force fields you can't walk through. So, my save was locked with my poor little vault dweller trapped between 2 force fields because, hey, I kept the radio. I'll just use it. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything except the one time use that works. So I am permanently trapped in that fucking force field room after like 12 hours of gameplay. And I went, I'm just gonna play Fallout 2.
Do you rotate saves?
Well, that's the thing. I save in chapters. Because there's a limited amount of save slots. So the first chapter would be like, alright, saved at start of Fallout 13. Saved outside the vault, made my way 1 or 2 hours, make a new save slot. Especially before major moments. This particular save slot was dedicated to going through the base and killing shit, and figuring all that out. My last save slot was before I had spoken to the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing.
Film.
You have to rotate saves, but then they're like, you only get like 3 save slots, and it's like, can I have more? I'm like, no. No, you can't. Why not? Fuck you. That's why.
Pretty much.
Reminds you of some of the stuff I've been running into in Final Fantasy VII. Like, there's one little puzzle in there that is almost impossible to do because of a mistranslation where there's a pipe swinging back and forth. And the whole thing, you're supposed to time your jump to jump on it. And he says, if I jump before it gets too close, then I should be able to get to it. What he means by that is, if he jumps when it is almost as close as it could possibly be to you. There's it'll move, languages. And then if it moves 5 more pixels, it's too close. But it goes in a big wide arc, and so I'm like, jump now, jump now, jump now.
Yeah, people like old games didn't hold your hands. These new games are too easy, and it's like, no, old games used to be fucking awful.
Look, we can have a happy medium where they tell you what you're supposed to do, but don't slather everything in yellow paint. I also love when they're like, hey, why are all these ledges slathered in yellow paint or sprayed with yellow spray paint? Oh, well, you see, we worked it into the environment by leaving a bunch of spray cans all over the place, so it's obvious people are just graffitiing. I'm like, who the fuck do you think graffitis random yellow lines on ledges in a fucking tomb that no one's been in for 3,000 years?
Dedicated.
Ooh, an apple.
Banksy.
Crunch.
Who is lighting all these candles in my Dwemer ruins?
How is there a lit torch in this chest in the bottom of the ocean?
Magic.
Oh man, this chest that had a master lock behind it from thousands of years ago in the history of, Cyrodiil, back whenever the dragons were everything, not only has 12 coins with Uriel Septim's face on it, but a fresh apple.
Yeah.
And a book from a modern poet that's dated to 5,000 years after this ruin was abandoned. Yes, the ancient tomb of Mirak, with his fresh apple, lit torch, and copy of the lusty Argonian maid.
All right, people. I have a migraine and some nausea, and I'm feeling weirdly anxious. Let's get this going. Who wants to roll?
Right.
I could roll. I haven't done it in a while.
By all means.
It's 200, right?
Yeah.
coming up to save my game.
127.
Yeah, I'm missing someone in this fucking
I'm coming. I'm
game
coming.
here.
We still have 7 minutes.
Why does Discord keep telling me there's a quest available?
Oh,
Because
I was turning that shit off.
they're fishing to try and allow, ads.
Aahana,
Yes.
what are you really passionate about? And I mean, like, really passionate about.
Fighting.
Fighting it is. Oswald, what are you really, really passionate about? I think I know the answer, but by all means.
Pie. Of course it's monsters.
Yeah.
Any living creature. Biology. There we go.
Aelin,
I've realized people don't like
Hey.
being called monsters.
what are you really passionate about?
Me wife and me kids.
Could have fooled
You
me.
weren't expecting that, were you?
Yup.
You're not really
Don't
showing
lie
I didn't
it.
know what you were gonna say it.
Voice. Stop lying!
We've seen how you drink. We know when you're passionate.
That's suppressing childhood trauma. There's a
You're
difference.
passionate about suppressing child trauma.
Hey, you
Wilk.
were all thinking about your mission and shit. I was thinking about getting home to be kids.
True. Wilk, what are you really passionate about?
Finishing the mission, and then it's gonna trade eventually to another hyperfixation. Probably alchemy or working with something in the Underdark with Kit.
So you're really passionate about work?
Oh, fuck. But I don't want to
Really
work
pa-
for the rest of my life.
Then
Really
don't!
passionate about his passions, which
But
is
I
the
have to.
passions of his passions.
I mean, it's technically a hobby until you have a PhD.
Not really. You can be a professional at something without having a PhD in it. I guess it's a hobby until you get paid for it.
I'm passionate about getting everything done until I never have to worry about doing something again. And
So
then
you're
something pops up.
Really passionate about working. Got it.
Overworking, got it. You're a workaholic. Aelin, why are we in a room together? I can't remember. Oh, right, we're hiding.
No, I got attacked by me boss.
What?
Oh, right, I dragged
Oh,
you here
yeah.
because you're fucking unconscious.
I forgot about
Everyone
that.
else went to bed. Wilk, if you would like to do the recap.
Welcome to the Legends of Narthuza. Last time, in summary at least, our valiant team of Copperclaws traversed the ethereal realm and, with some practice, realized that if they focused on a target, they could feel a draw towards it as some sort of compass. Doing their best, the party went deeper and deeper into the various biomes that transitioned seamlessly upon entry. Fighting off strange creatures from the realm in between rest, the group made it into an abyssally dark area lit by little else than Lusan. During this final rest, they were greeted by the Farron, a creature hidden to those who haven't died and carriers of lost souls who allowed our heroes passage and guidance to a great gate with a single entity, warning them that only death is within. Upon entry, our heroes' bodies fell lifeless, yet their souls moved on. Further and further, even taking a ferryman's boat, all the way to the largest building with trails of dead leading up to it. There at the top, they found Death himself, working on piecing together souls. After a long enough argument over the use of the blades, forbidden as they should be in mortal hands, Aahana was granted Death's essence and permission upon announcing their lack of need to use them. Waking up on Nuit at the experience, we find the Copperclaws ready to continue, albeit after a night's rest from the abuse of patrons and more.
Alright,
Oswald
guys.
sitting there over unconscious Aelin. You know, I suddenly don't mind that I don't have some kind of godly or Siangal patron. Mainly Siangal. Alright, don't die
know
in
what
the
I
night,
did
Aelin.
Christ.
I know what actual asphyxiation sounds like. You can't fool me.
Somebody take that sound clip and make it a part of our stream.
Which one? Him gagging or me calmly saying I know what it sounds like when someone's choking to death?
Both. Come the morning, it'll be July 18th.
Well,
I
the
realize I don't
night
think
pass
we
is about a
ever-
problem.
I don't think we ever wrote down what people's birthdays actually are. I think we decided
did.
one day and then never wrote. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are in
never
the
did.
middle of the Black Sands. You had to use,
Thank
you
you.
know, noise suppression to stop yourselves from not getting restful sleep. Aelin, you wake up too. Sore.
This is why I can't have nice shit. Fucking do anything wrong. Knocked out. And I will. Ah! Fucking broly bug. Alright, let's get some breakfast and figure out where the fuck we're going.
I'm not quite sure I want to eat to the music, so should we lift off and get into the air a bit?
Oh yeah.
I'd say we need to get out of here as
Yeah.
quick as possible.
Newt's really tired because she can't sleep. Oswald over the speaking zone. Hold on to your butts and or tails.
Just grabs the table.
And I'm telling Newt, get us the fuck out of here.
They'll take a couple of days, like a day potentially. So would you guys like to continue talking, or do you guys want to chart out your thing first?
We'll keep talking first as we're getting up. So, I feel like we need to really figure out what our next step is. We have the Blade of Death. Do we find it necessary to try to obtain the Blade of Life?
I mean,
We need both. Aahana pulls out the greatsword. This needs both. We need to get the life and death essence. Well, it was for the daggers, but now this is the greatsword. It's only technically like half charged in a sense.
No. So each blade is a representation of the thing. So the dagger of death is charged.
Well, it was turned into a greatsword.
Yeah, I know. You can change it back whenever you want. It is what you desire it to be.
she looks at it really hard. Suddenly it turns into a halberd with a knife sticking out of the other end.
And how do we go about getting it? The dagger of life.
I mean, we have it. We have to go charge it.
Yeah.
We'd have to find a way to find life, which I don't think any of you are surprised about. I can't really say I'm not immensely looking forward to finding Life's domain and actually just seeing what it's like.
Well, there's the obvious, which is find another entryway into the ethereal realm and start traveling. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to talk to the skeletons again.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to wait a couple decades before I go pay that guy a visit again.
And for all we know, that entryway was a closer doorway to Death's realm and would be insurmountably further from Life's. We just don't know, so...
I could have sworn... Didn't Sahara say something about to get to Life's temple we'd have to get through Death, or did we assume that?
She said something like that, but at the same time she may have been referring to the fact that there's an ethereal door there.
Hmm.
They also may have been connected at Death's throne, and we just botched that part up. Might also be connected vice versa.
Huh.
Other than that,
Bacon and eggs. Basic breakfast. Toast.
Ness, you were very smart in life, lifting up the short sword. Do you know anything about where a Temple of Life might be, or any ethereal portals?
Look, Ness will let you know that he didn't even know that there was a Temple of Death.
I mean, that's fair. I imagine you spent a lot of your time under the waves. But not even Sahara really knew much about the Blades, so we're really in some untouched territory unless we bother Fate, Destiny, and Silas.
Does anyone still have their favor from Silas?
Technically, I do.
I think you use that.
Oswald did.
Yeah, I used mine to fix the Fenris situation.
Someone used it to stop. Someone used it for something else when it came to Sloth.
He's me dad. I could just ask.
May as well, Aelin. Feel free to ask your dad.
I'm gonna have to call his wife to get in touch with his father. Wow.
DM.
Your
Shay.
father is
What?
a powerful wizard. You probably just think his name really hard.
Can you put my token back, please? It's been facing the wrong way for a joke for like the past 3 sessions.
I don't know which way is the right way.
Other way is the right way, I remember.
Oswald's just facing away from everyone.
I mean, I am.
Thank you. Yeah, but you normally do that. I had to face the other way so I could drag myself face down to my room like 3 when we fought the worm.
Nice.
Aelin's just staring at his breakfast, thinking about Silas very intently.
Why are you thinking about Silas very intently?
Because he knows very little about magic, and Aahana said, well, if you think his name really hard, he might appear.
Jesus.
Wilk
He was
doesn't
always
care.
listening to us. That's
He
literally
thinks
what
it's
happened.
funny.
Vein popping out of his forehead.
Maybe you gotta go say it 3 times in a dark mirror.
Just look
I
up
feel
and
like
say,
you're
"Hey,
mocking
Dad."
me, but...
I'm only halfway. I don't know.
Ah, fuck it. You gotta call Ruby.
Ruby? You mean Rose?
Yes, shut up.
I'm telling her.
I am very passionate about my waves. What was her name again?
Yes, Aelin.
I don't suppose you're anywhere near me father, are you?
I haven't seen him in quite a while, honestly.
Ah, bollocks. Oh, also, I was in the realm of death. And some ethereal realm. I got you a load of stuff. I died, but I'm alive now.
What?
He didn't actually die.
Well, technically I did. My body was on the floor and I was a soul. Alright, bye, love.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, that was a bust. Wait, didn't he hang around with my ma?
Oswald's
Isn't he
face
at
is
the
in his hand.
farm with the god kids?
Pretty much. What are you saying, Oswald?
Oswald's face is just in his hands at the whole. By the way, I died.
Yeah.
What? I promise to tell the truth.
Don't worry, I have a tally of all the times that he's given her a heart attack.
One of the she you see every time it makes her make a con save to avoid having an actual heart attack. Every 5 times the DC goes up by 1.
No, that's for every one tally, it's 100 years of a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
For every 10 tallies, there's another guy she's gonna fuck in your shade. I suppose I could
go see Fenris.
I could, call my mom and ask either her or my dad to try and catch the black snake. We could talk to it.
Just
That's a
tell
better
him to
idea.
go out to the farm and yell, "Your son wants you!"
That's
No,
hilarious.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
I'm sure he'd understand. Fenris would probably think your parents have gone mad, though.
I mean, I was going to say he probably thought they were mad already because they're related to me, but he spent more time with them recently than I have, probably, so.
With all this talk of Silas, a ripple appears behind Aelin, and a familiar-looking tiefling steps through.
Wilk snarks. He's just like sitting there on the table with his face on his fist. I mean, I kind of saw this part coming.
Okay, don't gotta.
Can I
gotta
ask
waste the call.
why there's so many ripples coming out towards me right now?
Why your ears are so red?
Yeah.
We were making well, Aelin was thinking really hard to call you to ask about the location of the Temple of Life. It was pretty hilarious.
Why do you want to know things like that?
Slowly turns to the one thing that could kill Silas. Slowly turns back.
And where the fuck did you get that?
Slowly puts greatsword under table.
Farm guy.
Can't act like I don't know what that is.
We went to go see me uncle. Look, I'm embracing this whole family thing. I've never had one before.
Fuck's sake. Why? Okay, if you have that, why don't you just solve the problem? I don't know why you're needing the other one.
Do we not?
So, while that, he points to the thing you're trying to hide under the table, but it's too big for the table. We can kill anything just by touching it. If it is creator and above, sort of like tier of the floor level. If you're looking to
Oswald keeps
resurrect
your
one,
back.
aka, you know, someone accidentally killed Aelin during that war that potentially happened, you could use this to stop that cataclysmic event that would have destroyed the world by bringing it back to life. But since you're not trying to bring anything back to life, I don't suggest you need it.
So we won't need the life one for Zach to take over once we slay his father.
No, he should just be able to pass into.
Right, then we would just need Rhea and Theo's child then.
It's not like we got a manual for all this. We get like riddles and we have to try and figure it out.
That's part of the fun, though, isn't it?
I mean, I feel like it's probably for the best when you think
It wasn't
about
so
it.
fun when Sahara blinked it out of existence.
What?
She didn't blink out of existence. She flatlined for a second.
Yeah, we tried to ask her about, you know, where to find the Temple of Death, and we explained about the knives, and then she disappeared, reappeared, and asked us why we were here.
Mentally, not literally.
Please stop talking to the children of Fate and Destiny about, you know, things they don't need to know about.
Yeah, we learned that very quickly.
It's part of the
Stop.
reason why you're not supposed to have that.
Yeah, Death said
It's like
much.
those, you know, mental and, you know, reality-shattering things. Like, if you were to kill Fate with that, this whole reality and existence would blink out.
Oh, absolutely. To be fair, at this point, if I'm just schizophrenic and all of this is fake, slap me now.
Well,
Susie slaps me out of worry. No, I think we're good.
see, we're kind of bad with the whole dealing with greater beings thing, because like the way Sahara said she can't properly determine which of us is stronger than the other because we're all ants. It's like the reverse to us, where we're the ants and you're all giants. So I don't think it really sunk in just how much more powerful things were than the creators to us, because they're all just above us to us. But we figured
like
out
I
the distinction
said,
now.
Oh, we get our riddles.
Personally, I think Destiny just finds it hilarious.
A good rule of thumb when it comes to things like that: if it can kill something that normally can't be killed, it's probably best not to talk to them about it. And it's also probably good not to have the thing, especially if the thing that can be killed by it made you. Is there anything else? As you wrap your tiny little brains around that whole fact.
I don't think so.
How's me ma doing?
Fine.
Do you know where Doonthul is and how we can reach him easily?
The bottom
the
of the
depths.
ocean.
We know this.
The deepest of the depths, then that checks out.
Probably around his old city.
Yeah.
You know, I always heard about that in Legends. I've always wanted to see it, but I get the feeling I'm not going to like what I see.
Oh, it's nothing but ruins right now.
That's a terrible shame. Well,
You have some construction to do, Zach.
Oh, can you drop some stuff off with Rose for me?
His eyes narrow a little bit.
Don't look at me like that. You owe me a lifetime of being a dad.
you want breakfast? Gestures towards the food.
Why are you avoiding your wife again?
I'm not. I just have a lot of shit to do.
You
gonna
treat
have to go
his
kill Doc.
daughter-in-law nicely, damn it.
Yeah.
Give
Wait,
me
what?
the things.
You give him the branch of the tree, the jar of sap, bottle of ethereal sand, skittering creature leather, and he's the other empty bottle.
The fuck? No.
I'll just give her them.
Don't give her the leather. She's a plant lady, remember? She likes plants, not leather.
All right, the lever's for me.
He's already gone with your things.
Alright.
Crap.
Lufa goes back with the plate of sausages she was going to offer.
I'll take those, thank you.
Wags a finger at him.
Ah.
So, he was ready to fight through an undead army, an army of sea elves, and then fight Duenthal himself.
I guess I am.
Sounds fun. Make sure you have your Chain of the Depths ready for whenever we make our way into it.
Yeah. Everyone make sure. And don't put them on before you get in the water, because you will start suffocating.
Yep.
Hi.
No, he's just choking on sausage. Punch him in the back.
I made myself joke.
See,
Asphyxiation noises.
That one was accurate. That one sounded like you were dying. By the way, Aahana, can you please stop? Like, next time you have to hide the sword, please don't poke it near our legs. I felt the tip of it brush my foot, and then he said it could kill anything with a touch.
Yeah, Ness mentioned something about probably don't touch. Is his name Brahm or Karn? Karn with it?
Who?
Her shield.
Your hold up shield.
Bushka! That one hurts me, Bushka.
Bushka, I'm not into that kind of pain, Bushka.
That's gonna be a mess. Alright. So, scouting around the outskirts of the undead, see what we're up against. They likely won't have as much of a leader without Silas pulling the strings, so. That doesn't mean they're less of a threat, though. If we see a single giant metal submarine launch on it.
And she just puts him on her hip. I don't need to be swinging at anything other than Duenthal.
If we see a giant metal submarine launched out of the ocean, we'll have some goblin allies or some very potent goblin enemies. Remember that. Probably made a wrong right turn.
I was gonna say I don't think they're anywhere near that location, but I feel like there's a fair chance that could happen. Sorry.
What's up, finger? We cannot go to the undead yet. We still need the children.
Yeah.
So we gotta stop by the farm anyway for Rhea.
Yep.
Nah.
We were going that way anyway.
Uh-huh.
We were?
Oh wait, we were going that way anyway, or are you asking if we're going that way anyway?
More of a question statement. I'm
Map
going.
time while you guys talk.
I'll be right back. I really have to pee.
Okay.
Get yourself a piss bucket.
Well, we already have a line, so I'll start counting.
Sorry, I was absentmindedly drinking water while waiting for the game to start and didn't realize I had accidentally drank an entire gallon.
67 to Kraigdeep.
Divided by 4, right?
Yeah.
16, basically 17 days, yeah.
Oh, good thing I didn't erase those lines.
August 5th.
Wow. Someone's first time chat is trying to get us to add them on Discord. In a completely generic, misspelled spam message.
Ah.
Nice.
I gotta go ban them then.
I think I can do it.
Oh, can you?
I think you made me a mod. It's difficult to access it with Hatter constantly posting and getting my taskbar in my way.
Sounds like an issue, not an issue me.
I think. Can I do that? Am I a mod? I don't think I am a mod.
Ah, so I do need to do things.
Oh, it says here moderators. Dan does D&D.
Okay, how do you do that?
Right-click
then?
right-click their name, I think.
Ah, that's just giving me opera things.
Things?
Left
I'm
click
on
on it.
opera. Oh, there we go. Ban. There we go. I got it. Goodbye, fucko. Seeing Oswald voice that out a half second later, it's hilarious.
What are you guys gonna be doing for 16 days?
Attempting to bond with those goddamn animals. They will love me.
Do you mention at any point that you're doing this? Or are you just
Yeah, every
suffering
time we're
in
on the ship.
silence? No, like, I meant, does Aelin mention that to me?
Oh, no, not at all.
I must learn to make these birds love me. If only there was some bird person that was obsessed with animals. Oh well, there's no one like that exists.
I'll make sure we, well, I'm gonna talk with Kit, do some hobbying, but I'm gonna send word ahead of time to make sure Fenris knows that we're coming to pick up Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also going to send word to La Luna on Ellen Thiril that we need to stop by because it's almost time and we will need the help of Ellen Thiril's chosen child. Basically, I'm actually sending word ahead for once.
Woo!
I am bench pressing the log, and everyone just constantly sees Aahana also like practicing like barrel rolls where she just slaps herself over in a circle. She's like, I have to be ready to fight in water.
I'm writing all of this, all these important documents. Meanwhile, 3 rooms away, the fucking tree. We hear 1 hour of her and another hour of thwap, thwap.
I'll send a message to Sylvanar too to ask if she's still doing good because it's been about another month since I've checked on her.
I get no response.
Ah.
Is there anything else you guys are needing to cover?
Should I be worried about my sister?
Well, she hasn't replied to me lately, but I trust her to be fine. She's pretty secretive as it is.
You're not getting a response from me, motherfucker.
I bet she's getting married. If I can kill him.
Probably. Speaking of killing and coming back to life and all that stuff that we've been doing this last several fights. Ness, have you wanted to come back? Is this just like a thing for you, or were you using this as a way to eventually return to life?
This was his way of making sure the world didn't end.
Well, once it's all saved, did you want to try to return, or did you want to
He's
live on
dead.
peacefully?
He's a weapon now.
I shrug.
He is what he is.
Alright, good luck then.
By the
I'll
way,
keep him
Aelin,
here.
Hey.
who do you keep yelling at in your room to love you?
Bird.
The
God damn it.
birds?
Hey, I'm surprised you could hear that.
You're loud and I walk around the ship every once in a while.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, remember those birds I got like a year ago?
Do you need help?
I would appreciate help, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to help him make the birds not hate him.
And if you could get them to stop pooping on me in their sleep, that'd be great.
Well, you just gotta keep him in a cage for that.
Oh, but they deserve to be free. Well, as free as they can be in my room.
They're songbirds. They're meant to be in a cage, and then when they're sleeping, and then you let them fly around. If you let a songbird fly around when you're sleeping, you deserve to be pooped on.
Well, I'll take it. Now help them to love me.
26.
Oh, if you're going in there. I'm sorry, Aelin, but the birds are not there.
What?
Did little Adrian eat him?
Little Adrian's gone too.
The
Meanwhile,
fuck?
Emmy.
Do
They
you
count as
search?
beasts, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Favorite enemy. Advantage on survival checks to track favorite enemies. I'm tracking them.
So you track them around your little room, and then you find there is a tiny hole in the wall in the corner that looks like it was dug out. You're not sure by what or which one, but they most likely got escaped that way.
Is there any sign of them anywhere on the ship?
No.
Hey, Oswald, where's Amy?
I'm assuming in the stables.
All right. Gonna head over to the stables.
I'm gonna grab your shoulder. I'm coming with you because I don't want to have to clean up you after he slams you against the wall and knocks you out.
So you encounter Emmy in the stables, currently feeding the drakes. He looks surprised to see you.
Hey, fuck bucket. Where are me birds and lizard?
I thought they went with you, considering they weren't in your room.
Oh,
It's your job to look after the animals.
And I thought since they weren't in your room, they went with you.
We don't pay you to think. We pay you to do your job.
okay. Yeah. Go. I just start dragging Aelin away. His birds dug out of his room and escaped.
The birds
You owe me
did?
2 fucking birds! And a lizard!
Little Adrian probably helped.
Perhaps next time, give them proper enclosures.
Fuck you!
That's what I was telling
Back
him.
at you, fuckboy.
You say that as an insult, but I wear it as a crown.
The rest of you hear that. It's not a big place, and Aelin is loud.
Don't piss off Emmy, please. I shout out from my room.
He let the birds get out. This isn't their natural habitat. They're gonna die.
You let the birds get out.
No,
Yeah.
I locked it in my room.
Yes. And would you... So, let me ask you this. If you had found out that Emmy was going in there, wouldn't you then be violent towards him for daring to go in your room?
No. He's here to look after the animals. He even looks
you
after a
don't give
mother
off
for me.
that vibe.
Well, I'm sorry for wee Adrian and your birds.
Oh, they're totally dead.
They most likely are, and again, I'm sorry for that. But you should definitely check the corners of your room closely to make sure nothing else escapes, because that could cause problems in most environments if they were alive.
There's just a fucking army of crickets out there. In the deserts, in the sand.
Vibrating to the opera music.
Modern times, there's just these evil crickets that inhabit the area.
Necro crickets.
Wait, what?
I'm making stats for that now.
Alright, well, I'd probably cause some kind of ecological incident. I miss
Yeah,
my
to be
birds.
fair, we already went through this with Wilk's leaf bugs. They get out of the bedrooms because our bedrooms aren't built to keep animals in.
This
just
is why
looks
you
really
put
sad.
animals. This is why you put animals in enclosures, because this is not their natural habitat. So if you want to get another one, we have to get an enclosure.
Fine, I'll work on it. Look at my room. It's like a giant forest. Well,
Yeah.
miniature forest.
That's probably not good for the structure of it.
Yeah, it isn't.
Yeah, roots have probably grown into the house by now.
Okay, then you're cleaning
Yeah.
those up. You keep acting like this is your house. Remember, this is my house. I
Our
paid for
house.
this one. I paid for this one.
In the middle of the street.
It's not a street. It's a bird.
Alright, fine. It's
you
your
understand
house.
what I'm referring to.
I suppose I'll go to your room. Starts heading towards his own room.
It's your room, but it's in my house. Keep it clean.
No response and no promises.
I'm not
Looks over
surprised
to like
anymore.
Oswald. Yeah, it does kind of suck though. I feel a little bad that he lost him.
I don't, because he was not taking care of them. He dumped a bunch of crickets in a room, and his main complaint was that they don't love him and that they shit on him.
I mean, point taken.
They're also wild animals.
I mean, the songbirds weren't, which is even worse. They were meant as pets, and he treated them like wild animals. Adrian was definitely a wild animal.
Adrian is making an actual lair out there in the sand. Adrian's gonna own this place.
I mean,
Far in the future, there's going to be a real life documentary of the real kaiju, and it's just going to show like scenes of that Caldera movie, and then it's going to show fucking Adrian.
All right, if there's nothing more, let's get you to Kraigdeep.
yeah.
If I can find it. And the music.
Sorry.
You land a little outside of town and can basically pull yourselves wherever you guys want to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all the way down.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's Fenris in the middle of a field.
He's working alongside his men. You see the kids running around.
It's definitely been a full place.
Aelin just runs off to go play with the kids.
They all run away from the strange man coming to play with them.
He brought them here.
They know us.
Not
You see
strangers, but he is
Silas
strange.
On, one of their shoulders. Fenris waves at you as you approach.
Wades into the field with everyone.
You're gonna take good care of her, right?
Of course we will.
You swear.
I have to. Because if I fail, it's my life too.
He holds out Rhea.
I'll take Rhea. And it falls on all of our shoulders. Ain't that right, Rhea? Looks down.
I'm not gonna wade out into the fields.
She
I feel
just
like I'd
nods.
cause them a lot of problems.
I don't know why, but imagining he hands her to you and like, all right, let's go get this adventure done. And Rhea, who's been cooped up, she's like, adventure, yay! Jumps up, slips, falls off your hand.
Looking down at her. Now, do you want to stay with me, Uncle Oswald, Mama Aahana, Uncle Oswald? How did you say it?
Winks up at you.
Anyone but Aelin.
I'll just put her on my shoulder for now.
She actually turns back into a pebble.
Pebble Rhea.
She wants to be in your pocket.
I take her and put her in my pocket. My concealed pocket.
Bye, Fenris. We'll come back to visit soon.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get her back safely.
That too.
It's been a bit. Did you want to stop by your parents, say hi, see how the egg's going, or shall we get going?
Yeah, we should stop by. Oswald saying hi to everyone he passes that seems to recognize him.
Yeah, a lot more people are waving at you than normal.
Huh.
Just Aahana being stared at and refusing to acknowledge it.
Is it just me or is a lot more people waving at me than last time we were here?
Word's gotten around by now who stopped the war.
Quite a few people are sporting the pin of your fan club.
Oh god. Oh no. Look
And
at
there's
the pins.
statues of someone else, I'm sure. Looks slightly behind me. Aahana. So I'm sure they're starting to recognize a lot of us.
Yeah, you guys made sure everyone knew.
I didn't. I
And
was
now
too
you have
busy being
presents.
comatose.
Sorry, when I say you guys, I mean Wilk.
You guys, Wilk and his insecurities.
As you enter the house and move upstairs, you see your mother's cooking. Your father has the egg in his lap and is like asleep in the rocking chair.
That's weirdly adorable.
You see your new quote-unquote sibling in a corner playing with building blocks.
Hi, Mom.
Oh! Well, welcome back, I suppose? How's everything going?
Going okay. We visited apparently the ethereal realm.
Okay, look. The less I know, the better.
Yeah, probably. I'll tell Dad next time. Just wanted to pop in because we had to go visit. We had to go pick up Rhea.
Ah, so you're not done saving the world yet?
Not yet. We're close. We're very close.
Well, the sooner the better. You need to settle down yourself.
I know. I need to settle down and actually process everything that's happened.
Maybe even be a special someone.
We'll see. We'll see. There seem to be enough fans of me out there. Have you guys been handing out pins or something?
I mean, your fan club's grown by double.
That's still such a weird concept to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's bad. Every time I go to an adventurer's guild, it's even bigger. So, escapades are getting known about.
I wonder, has our rank as a adventuring company gone up?
I mean, only a little bit. We're like iron now? Let me check real quick.
Huh. You'd figure we'd get a bigger bump for stopping a war.
We're rank 6. We stopped a war, we killed 2 tyrants, and of course did various quests for them, but that doesn't automatically give us things.
I don't remember the Adventuring Guild, having you guys stop a war.
Exactly. That doesn't count
Yeah.
towards the
I mean,
rank.
they technically didn't. Wasn't part of the war stopping. Wasn't that a quest from the Adventurers Guild?
There was the quest involving the dwarves opening their gates, not necessarily stopping the war to do it.
Fair. Also, to be fair, I think only one of those tyrant killings is publicly known about. I'm fairly certain the other one was kept hush-hush.
Looks over to Aahana, remembering the party with Zokitty becoming a queen.
Not that
Depends
one.
on who you ask.
No. That points at himself. I don't think the other tyrant killing was attributed to anyone. I think they just said she died.
Probably good that it stays that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only increase your rank if you turn in quests, and we've kind of stopped doing quests for the Adventurers Guild.
Fair. Well, we can always do some when we're done saving the world.
Look forward to it.
After a
maybe.
break for a few years, he says.
Yeah,
viewing
your
his
mother's
mom
just like
menacing him.
glaring at you like, mm-hmm.
I mean,
dad
y'all
was
dragged
fooling
me
Ma.
into this. I'm not really particular.
Don't blame us. Sahara dragged you into this.
She dragged me to y'all. You're the one who gave me a pin and told me I needed to join your little group.
And I'm gonna give you another pin and tell you to help me start the fucking Valkyrie order. Let's go. Getting my room set up.
Oh, so we're staying for the night. All right, I'll make more food.
Oh,
It is the end of the night that we showed up, so.
Ah, right. For some reason, I feel like someone is messing with us and makes it nighttime every time we get somewhere.
Believe it or not. It's not really. It's crazy.
Oswald goes and plays with his new quote-unquote sibling.
I'll try to get knowledge of where Aelin is in the forest, just to save us some time flying there and looking outside our windows.
Fuck. What do you? No one here knows.
No, I'm literally asking Laluna, north, south, east, or west of the Forbidden Forest.
How are you asking her?
Laluna, we are in Kraigdeep right now. We'll be heading east again on our rock into the forests to meet up and ask Aelin for his child. Is there any way you can tell us which end of the forest he's closest to?
Are you doing sending?
I'm using the sloth thing. That just lets
So
me
is
talk
that
to her.
sending?
It's like sending, but better. No limit on words.
Sending plus.
If you say so. I have no proper ways of telling you where we are. If you're flying, you'll see us.
Alright.
We're in the middle somewhere.
Can't Lusan detect where he is?
Looks to
Lusan?
Lusan.
No.
Can you do
I
that,
thought
buddy?
I thought Lusan
Brother,
had like
of course I can.
some
That
vibe
way.
with him because he was technically. He's just
Technically
pointing in the
what?
vague. He isn't like. Don't Vine Panthers technically come from Aelin?
No. He can
Okay.
make them, but no.
Father, Aelin is in the east, Father. Alright, so it's that way?
Aelin
Lusan
is
looking
that
at
way.
Lusan looking at me confused. No, Father. North is where you're facing, and east is to the right of that.
oh
Brother,
Jesus.
north is the coldest direction, isn't it? I was imagining instead he's like, brother, he is that way, and grows 12 hands and points in every direction. One of those has to be incorrect. Lusan, one of those is pointing at my mom. Is that not who we're finding?
After a lovely meal, you all relax and enjoy the warm evening summer air before bed. Is there anything you're needing or wanting to do?
Just gonna have a real good shower.
At some point, probably, if his dad ever woke up, regaling him with his trip into the ethereal plane.
I mean, he does wake up and he'll listen. I mean, there was dinner and all that.
Show him the sketches of the weird shit they fought.
Anything else from anyone?
In the morning before we head out, I am going to go buy us more rations.
Probably a good idea.
Feel free to do those calculations and all that now.
Yeah.
Because we can just say it's the next morning then, since there doesn't seem to be anything else.
It's 90 copper.
Me reaching over, pressing I on my keyboard, thinking it opens my inventory. Don't laugh at me, guys. It's funny.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mom?
Hmm?
Since you knew about it, do you know who's technically in charge of the fan club?
No.
Me, inciting.
Roll insight, motherfucker.
She started it, didn't she? I'm not using my divine light to detect this either.
Well, an 18 won't beat you, so. She knows something.
Oh, I actually just pulled something. Oh, God, that hurts.
That's what you get from her. She knows something.
I don't say
Ow.
anything.
Oh god. I gotta go take a painkiller or something. I think I actually just pulled something.
You stupid motherfucker.
Ow. Fuck.
Well, it's a lovely morning and a lovely breakfast. We've got to get the
Aahana
final...
got rations and came back. Unless there's anything else you guys need to do or wish to do.
I think we're good.
Best not to tarry around. Sure, we could mess around the town and talk to a lot of people we've talked to before, but that's just gonna waste time. We either do it or we don't either way.
There's a familiar owl outside the window.
Hey. Waves.
The owl's pecking at the window.
Oh. Looks
didn't.
over at Mama Oswald. Do we open the window?
That's not mine.
It's yours.
Yeah,
Wilk.
it's Lily. I go over. Open.
The owl hops inside. On its back is a little adorable looking creature made of plants. You all have seen him before.
I lean down. Is this Geb?
Oh, it's totally Geb.
The one that... we have art of him.
Yeah.
But he was on the old overlay for all those years.
Yeah. Sorry.
Longtime watchers and obviously us would recognize Geb, a little tiny trance-like creature holding the little mischievous orb, his shiny as it were.
He doesn't have an orb right now.
Yes, but on the art he does.
There's a little note tied to her that says, "Don't bother coming out here. Just take him."
I look at the note, look at Geb. Are you Elenthiel's child? I say in Primal.
He just nods. He's got his hands behind his back.
Is he gagged?
No.
Are his hands behind his back tied?
Well, if you try to look at his hands, he leans as if you to make it so you can't look at his hands.
Well, I'm Wilk. That's Oswald, Aahana, and Aelin. What's your name? Oh, and this is Susie.
Hi. Geb.
Hi, Geb.
Nice to
nods.
meet you, Geb. I'm surprised to see you in the physical realm. Are you bound to La Luna?
He nods again.
Ah. Do you have something?
Shakes his head
Leaning my
slowly
head
and backs
frequently.
up.
What do you have? Geb starts chewing quicker.
He's backing up towards the wall, making sure you can't see behind him.
It's okay. We're not gonna be mad if you have something. I offer my hand. I'm gonna try to persuade the little fucker.
He turns and starts running, now holding it in front of him. You see a familiar flicker of black.
Of black?
Yes.
Is it?
Something shiny.
It's not Rhea, right?
No.
I go after him. What does he have? It's got something black.
He's running with something like small, like not small, but black and shiny.
Oswald chases after him.
You're all chasing after him. He's really good at evading.
Aahana, don't let him get out the doors.
I'm not really invested in this.
Aelin, don't let him get out the doors.
You know, I would help, but this is fucking fantastic.
I'll cover the doors.
Feathers as wings get caught on random shit.
He's now under the couch. And you can't coerce him out.
Yeah.
Aahana will lift the couch.
You know, over my head. Oh, you know what? That works. Reaches.
And he just fucking jumps like, ah! And you see that it's Sledge's skinning knife.
My knife.
It's in his lap, and now he's like scrambling to his feet and starting to run again.
I go and grab him really
Don't
quick.
run with knives.
You have Geb.
He's got a knife! No!
Your halberd.
Your halberd. The trident. He's got the trident. I pick him up and the knife. Why did you have this?
He keeps trying to keep it
How
away
did you
from
get it?
as much as he possibly can.
Can I just go over and pluck it out of his hand?
I reach in and I offer a trade, a very shiny ball bearing.
He'll accept that trade, actually.
There you go, little buddy. Yes, he likes shiny stuff.
Don't let him near Durg.
Oh no. I look at him intently. How many things did you steal from La Luna?
Shifty eyes.
Well, Geb, over there you'll see Zach. This is Rhea, lifts up Pebble. Does not let him steal the Pebble.
He really wants that pebble.
Puts Rhea back in pocket. Under my breast pocket, in the hidden little pocket there.
This is what he looks like if you guys forgot.
Tiny tree man.
Nah, adorable.
Little tiny tree man with the face of an 85-year-old ent.
How rude.
I like his little Christmas ornaments.
85 is young for ents.
How rude. But now you have Geb, and you should probably watch your shiny shit. He's worse than Moonwood was.
All right, Geb, that is Zach over there. Chosen to Unthul. He's going to need your help, Rhea's help, and Susie's help to take the mantle. We're going to save the world.
He just nods. He's not paying attention to you. He's staring at the ball bearing and also trying to figure out how he's going to get that rock from you.
Looking at the little gremlin. Well, shall we all get to the rock? Knew it.
Yep.
Yep.
Might want to
Well-
put a leash on that one.
Want to ride on my shoulders, Geb?
Does Geb look at Oswald like uppies from my hands?
He's currently looking at specifically something that's shiny on the counter near, his mom.
Just reaches a hand out and places it over the shiny thing.
I
Sad
slowly lift Geb up, and I go, look at his little belt there on Oswald. Gesturing to the soul stone.
Eyes immediately glued.
Bet you can't keep it away from him for longer than a month. Might give him a goal. So he can
He's
have
gonna
fixate
take
on
it. He's gonna take it.
And Oswald can recall him at any moment now.
Come on. He just like reaches and scoops Geb up under the arms and puts him on his shoulders.
You notice immediately, Wilk, that his little soul stone's gone.
I just audibly. I go. Wait. Luson, where's Luson? Luson! Lifting up my foot. Did I step on him? On the back of Geb.
Mm-hmm.
Luson is now a backpack. As a giant rock.
You guys heading back to the rock then?
Mm-hmm.
Have fun saving the world, boys.
It's gonna suck.
See ya,
That's
Ma.
fine. Bye.
Guess we should figure out where you guys want to go next.
Well, let's make sure we have the attunement slots available for it, and then we can take it off and put it on as we need to breathe.
Guess you guys are having a powwow around the table again then?
Yeah, I suppose.
Let's see.
What do I have attuned? How do I have 5 things attuned? What do I have attuned?
I already have an open slot
So do I.
because we hit the 6 proficiency.
2, 3, 4. What else do I have attuned?
Other than the mythic item attunement, I have the Ring of Cold Immunity, the Chain of the Depths, Mithril of the Elements, my Ironleaf Spear, my Fireheart's Blaster, and Scheherazad's Rainbow. While attuned to the Chain of the Depths, I am not wearing it right now, because then I would be suffocating. You might have the fishing pole, Oswald.
That would still be just 4 things. I've got 5 attunement slots. Fisherman's Quarterstaff, Protected Planewalker, Cloak of the Mystic Feather, and Ring of the Fire Resistance.
Well, then you have an open attunement slot.
Yeah, I have it marked as 5 out of 5, which is,
You might have
Oh,
just accidentally gotten rid of something without removing the attunement slot.
I guess.
Alright, let's mark on the map where we're going to fly towards in the ocean.
Are we going straight there?
Well, we gotta see what we're flying into and up against. If the map is correct, the city's in the deepest of the depths of the Ralnar Ocean Ral Saga. Right in this direction. The army that we know of connects mainly those 2 continents here, but there's no doubt that there's gonna be something going on there.
What's
Especially
this,
on the new
What's this X over here? On the depths.
That was the frozen thing. The
Temple of
pure
Water.
ice.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was important to this or not.
I just thought it was Shay going like, shut up, stop calling it the Depths. It's not Johnny Depp.
We might be avoiding the majority of the undead going towards the city, since the undead seem to have been amassing people crossing the ocean. But there's, again, no telling what's underneath the waters, especially any merfolk or anything of that sort, underwater kindred of the sort that we could be running into civilization-wise that have been suffering. The ocean is prime with life, or at least it was, so we gotta find where we can enter without being the main target of everything within a 5-click diameter.
That's a click.
Like one of these octagons.
Ah.
Hexagons.
I don't know if it's better to go in on Nook or Newt, or go in on a boat.
Newts can
Either
maintain.
way, I think it'll be a lot harder to basically slowly drift down from above for hours with little to no ways to do much. So maybe traveling on foot slowly down from the bottom next to a continent would be better. But it's really up to you if you want to just drift down and be at the whim of whatever finds you, or if you want to have some control.
It's a decent idea. We might go to Zran.
Yeah, have we been to Zran before?
No. They had that spider issue with Darkwood since they're so close, but we don't know much else about it.
Mm.
We could also get from the outskirts of the Emerald Isles.
We could try Destiny. It'd be a long flight, but it might be a quicker boat ride.
Potentially. We are able to withstand the cold in that wasteland. But at the same time, that might be a glacier, it might be a clear drop-off, not necessarily a hard continent.
They have a port. At least on the map they do.
Yeah, but that's boats as opposed to going down.
My vote's for Zran, and we make our way down, or we go towards the Emerald Isles and get a fish kindred of some sort to help us. Assuming Zran doesn't have any.
Yeah. We could try Zran. If that doesn't seem good, we could try the Emerald Isles, and if that doesn't seem good, we could go to Thor and Destiny.
I don't trust the gnomes. And Glory's definitely suffering, so.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go back to Glory for about a century.
All right.
All right, so I said delete. Thank you.
If we're really fortunate, we might come across a very welcoming dragon.
Looks down at the dragon-eating bird that we're riding.
I meant underwater.
Fair. Let's see. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. I wish I was better at geometry, but 57 divided by what again?
4.
That is 14.25.
14 days. It's the start of August 19th.
While we you guys figure out what you want to do for those days, we can take a break. It's 6.
Crazy that's only been like an hour.
I know
What day
that
did you say?
people have to like
Yeah, bio
walk the
breaks and
dog
stuff.
shit.
What day did you say it was, Ref?
August 19th.
Okay.
I'm gonna go walk Abigail real quick.
Mhm.
And Aahana just keeps training.
I'll ask when you get back. No worries.
So the next birthday is Aahana's.
It's gonna be a short session today.
Mm.
I
Not feeling the
apologize.
best.
I'm not feeling great, and I didn't know what you guys were going to be doing, and I didn't know how you're going to do it. So now that I do, I can actually have things prepped. But I have a stopping point. It's not going to take you guys long to get there.
Good. I don't want to have to push you too hard if you're not feeling good.
I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
You have the blech.
I guess.
That's what I call it when I'm like, why do I feel bad? Nothing's wrong, but I feel bad. One, two, three.
Piece of shit.
Speak for yourself.
Huh?
Call me a piece of shit.
Well, we're all pieces of shit. Fucking signed up to a new gym because my old one's just not big enough anymore. And the app they have is just abysmal. Will not accept that the email and password that I'm currently logging into their website with won't allow me to log into their app. Oh, I'm gonna hunt someone down. And they will be great crime. I haven't been to the gym in like 4 weeks because I jacked up my hand and my back, and I just want to go back. Why won't you let me?
That sounds like it sucks ass.
It really does suck ass so fucking much. I just want to go lift the heavy circles and make the bad thoughts go away. And take enough caffeine to kill a small moose.
Have you ever thought of switching over to the like less caffeinated ones, the ones that have other chemicals that help you?
Nah, caffeine make heart go ding 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 ding.
I'll tell you, man, I used to drink way too much caffeine too. Then I tried the gamer stuff. It really helps. It's got them vitamins in it.
Honestly, it's just the pre-workout that's full of fucking creatine. And I need to start a cycle of steroids in January.
Oh god.
Low-end stuff. Not going on fucking HGH or nothing. A little bit of trend.
Yeah, but you just got a whole fucking gut biome gym slowly forming with creatine and then steroids after it. Low end or not medical, it's still funny to me to imagine.
Medically, I
fucking-
should be dead.
You got you got tapeworm in you that's pressing 45 kilograms.
Well, he better fuck off. I need those gains.
I still laugh every time I look at the vitamins in this gamer stuff shit because it's like, oh, vitamin C, 111% of your daily recommended dose, and vitamin B6, 147%, and then vitamin B12, 4,167% of your daily recommended value.
Oh, that's just a 5-hour energy.
Oh, just the B12. The amount of caffeine it has, each scoop has as much caffeine as a cup of coffee.
Oh, you've just reminded me. Thank you. I need to reorder my B12 supplement.
Or just get GamerSup and buy delicious flavors like Grandpa's Ashes.
Okay.
This episode
Sweet.
of Legends on Narthuza is sponsored by GamerSubs.
I fucking wish, but it's sweet raspberry cream flavor. It's also JFJ brand snake oil, which is apple pie flavored and tastes exactly like a fucking apple pie.
Nah, it's because of my fucking stomach issues. I have really low folic acid and low B12, so I get injections and stuff, and I have fucking like supplements prescribed. And I haven't picked up my repeat prescription because I am big dumb.
I'm going through a Markiplier moment where I'm just like, hey, CVS, do you have my ADHD meds? Do you really need those? Well, my doctor said so. Are they really a doctor? Yes. Well, do you
I fucking
really
hope
need
so.
those? Or are you paying the doctor to say you need them? Well, I made an appointment. They said, you paid for the appointment. See, no, shut the fuck up and give me my medicine. Well, I
Give me
mean,
my
we didn't get
drugs.
a shipment in this month, so maybe next month, give me my drugs. I already have to go sign a fucking piece of paper every 6 months saying, I swear not to sell drugs for the next 6 months.
Wait, they really make you sign that?
Yes, I have to. It's a stimulant. It's a fucking amphetamine. I have to go and tell them like, hey, I swear on this piece of paper that I'm not going to be a drug dealer for the next 6 months. Like, can we just can I just get like 50 of these and sign them and date them, and you could just like, I promise I'm never gonna sell these things because it's this much of a pain in the ass to get them.
Right? It's just fucking not worth it.
Oh, and biggest fucking hurdle recently, my health insurance I go with my job, they had me do like what the hell it's called, not a copay, but you know, like the amount of money you pay them at first before
like a
your
premium
insurance
thing?
fully kicks in. Yeah, premium. Because I don't go to the doctor very often or the hospital very often, they're trying to get me to pay my premium through my prescription. So without health insurance, my dosage of generic ADHD amphetamine pills costs about $36
Jesus.
for 2 weeks. When I went to go get it with my new insurance, they wanted to charge me $785
I'm back. And
so I could
holy
pay
shit.
off part of my premium. And instead I went and got a GoodRx coupon and paid $20 for it.
Welcome back. It's gonna be a short
Yelling
session.
about insurance. But yes, also we short session.
I have a
No, it's fine.
stopping point, and you guys aren't gonna take long to get there. I apologize. I didn't know what the fuck you guys wanted to do, and now that I know, I can actually prepare something.
We're gonna go
That said,
stab
I also feel
Ocean
like
God.
crap today.
I mean, honestly, if you have a migraine, I would have preferred you just call it off because I know how
Nah.
dog shit migraines are.
It's okay. The medicine's keeping it not horrible.
I'm just glad I
So-
didn't actually pull something. I felt like I ripped a nerve when I was laughing at that shit.
I don't even know what the fuck you were laughing at.
Just like, do you know who started it? No, she started it, didn't she? And then you just rolled a deception. And my brain went, oh god, she started a fan club in the hopes that I would have friends.
I will not confirm nor deny, but she does know something.
Reality, it was my dad.
Your dad's the biggest fan you'll ever have.
I was legitimately gonna be like, okay, I need to find who's in charge so I can sign up for a newsletter or some shit so I know if they're pulling some big events.
God.
Anyway, what
Come
are you
back
guys
the
doing
next
for the
day,
next?
They're marching with
How
an
long,
effigy of
honey?
me.
Like 14, 16 days.
So the next 2 weeks, what do you guys do?
Realizing I haven't said how often he's been doing this, I'm going and playing with my Drake.
Okay.
Bonding.
I do my best to inform Geb that stealing shinies from us is bad, but stealing shinies from Aelin and Oswald is good.
I will let you guys know that periodically something rather pretty that you own does go missing. You can get it back from Geb, and it is Geb.
Geb at one point steals the charm that I got from Silverscale, and I just tie it to his head.
How long do you let him keep your soulstone, by the way?
Whenever I don't need it, he's allowed to have it.
All right. Well, he's been carrying it around this whole time.
Whenever I need it back, I'm like, hey Geb, want to see a cool magic trick? And I like pull it from behind his ear.
Lusan and Leafy have joined Geb in shenanigans throughout the ship.
Geb and Rhea are often seen together just chatting.
Geb keeps reading like any alchemical textbooks that he could find that Wilk has in the hopes of boring Rhea to sleep so he could steal her again.
I do let Rhea have free reign whatever she wants, and I will occasionally knock on Aahana's door to inform Zach that he needs to socialize with the other children.
He does not socialize with the other children. Also,
I'm
when you're
assuming he's
feeding
just
Rhea.
on Ahana's hip while she's trying to practice her barrel rolls.
Well, I reach into Dirk and get one of the millions of ceramic plates we still have to feed that to her.
Okay.
Yeah, we never got rid of that stuff.
Every so often she'll refuse it though because she wants something metal.
Yeah, there's gems and other stuff in there. Sometimes I'll give her a little.
Oh, she'll love the
Yeah.
gems. Just make
You
sure
want-
you're striking down what you're feeding her.
You want some fool's gold ore? We have an entire barrel
She would probably eat all of it.
that we've never sold.
Do you know what this is? Like,
She just slowly nods as she eats it.
is it useful for anything?
She nods again as she eats it.
I'm taking some of it.
She gets that like look of like, no, it's my food.
Roll charisma.
We've had
saving
it for
throw
like
against
2 years
Babyface.
now, Oswald. It's too late.
Roll
Fine.
charisma saving throw against Babyface.
No.
Roll charisma throw against Babyface, Mr. Monster.
I said fine. I'm letting her have it.
Eventually,
I'm gonna
after
offer, like a box of darts, like French fries, but okay,
You
you
never-
don't get them.
you never thought that adding 2 more chosen children were going to amp up your time on Nuit very much, but it definitely did. Between Rhea trying to eat anything metal, stone, or otherwise, and Geb literally stealing constantly. It's busy.
Just one day, someone's walking by and they see Aahana door open, and she just barrel rolls Geb out of her bedroom and closes the door. Stop taking my stuff!
Susie tries to take charge of the children and inform them all of their duties and everything. Rhea falls asleep.
Every other day is like D&D day with Susie, with Aunt Susie.
At one point,
They all
Geb's
wander
running
off.
around the dining room screeching. He stole Oswald's ice crystal knife. Rhea's trying to steal it from him to eat it.
It's pretty great.
One day, Rhea and Geb are riding Belligerent and jousting.
Some of them would do it too.
All right, you guys arrived then. The city, or this little town, looks to be abandoned. You can see in the distance the start of that quote-unquote folly. Kind of in the distance, you see the tree line. It's not even the distance. The village is kind of tucked up against this like tree line on the beach, and you can see just these trees are twisted with faces and whatnot, and they look unnatural. And you can't see any like sign of struggle in the town. It literally looks like they just packed up and left because of the weird trees.
That's fair.
I'll look around and see if there's any stubborn old people.
There's no stubborn old people. In fact, you
Anyone
see
leave
for
a
sale
boat?
signs outside of each building.
Nice, how much?
Well, I mean, it's a number. You gotta go and contact people.
Take
You
out
can
my
get into
speed.
real estate after we kill Doombull. So
No,
Look, this would be
I
a
learned
You
great-
can buy a town
Listen.
if you want.
I
I've
learned
got
this from Fable. We have to own all the property and then charge a modest amount and then leave the game running so we can get enough gold to get that chest and also get the good ending.
Look, me and the folks are gonna take over Rivers Deep, but one of the things that would be nice for Zran would be a great training grounds. We could use it for the Valkyries.
I
By the
don't think we
Primalist.
should have the Valkyries near Folly, because we're
It-
magical beings.
It's a perfect training ground.
Yeah, out in the like distance from the beach, you do see a folly. Like you think like these people packed up and left because like between being literally neighbors with a folly in the ocean, and then behind them, it's like no.
One of them,
Real folly, two like kind of follies. Like, hey, let's stop.
off in the distance, single giant tentacle waves out of the water. I'm tired of this, Grandpa! They moved to White Sands.
Probably, honestly.
Well,
This was a bust.
Or up to Bright.
Should we go to White Sands then? Ask them.
I don't know why you don't just go
I'm
and wade into
tempted.
the water.
I'm actually tempted to just start going.
That's a lot of swimming.
I guess we could. Well, we're gonna be
Well,
walking.
what the fuck?
basically.
What the fuck would anyone do to help us?
I don't know. Tell us if there's if there were trying to think, is it aquatic kindred or just fish kindred? If there were kindred here that frequent the ocean, they might be able to tell us like an easy path down.
Into the zombie-infested water? I don't think anyone goes down there.
Fair.
Well, at this point, we may as well start waiting. Dude, come here, buddy.
All of you refuse destiny, even though it's closer. And Aahana just starts going into the water.
I lean over once Aahana's finally out of earshot to Oswald, and I say, honestly, I really didn't want to deal with the cold again, even with the ring. just sucked.
You do know that the ocean's really cold, right?
Yeah, but at least I can pee and make it warmer around me. I start walking.
That's not how that works.
I hate all of you.
What did I do?
Yeah, I didn't do
What did I
nothing.
do, voice of God? For once, Aelin didn't do shit.
Emmy, Lila, y'all are in charge and knew it for the next... Well, if we die, you'll know.
I will add that Aelin is going through the abandoned houses looking for shit that look expensive.
Jeez, fucking
There's
Christ.
nothing in the houses. They
We
packed them and
have
left. Everything's nice
literally-
and neat, and you have to break in for the first place. Are you lockpicking or breaking in?
Aelin, we have
Hmm.
5,000 copper worth of unnamed gems.
You can't
We have
stop a
one
thief from
blue quartz
thieving.
That's 10.
You don't know you're waiting in. Aelin's looting. Shush.
It's not about the
don't-
money, it's about the message.
Don't ask a
Aelin,
dog
We
to
have
stop
over
barking. He's trying to pick a lock.
600,000 silver.
Damn it, Aelin, my property
Aelin.
value!
You managed to pick a lock.
So
And of course, he just goes
Despite
in
the
to see
fact that you
nothing.
didn't check the windows to see if there was anything inside, as you walk through the door feeling all victorious and shit, you see it's completely empty.
Listen, I made a crossbow trap. Roll dexterity.
Do they have any lanterns or anything lying around?
No. Anything that was not built into the house has been taken. It's a really nice
does-
house, though.
He does still
Beachfront
have his
property,
adventurous
too.
supplies.
Hmm?
He's
Are
starting
you?
a fire in the corner.
Everyone that's wading into the water, Aelin behind you guys, just trying to burn down the village.
Me taking all the
I-
fucking
Survival, Aelin.
Bible?
I was gonna say, I had never said I was going down there because I was gonna make damn
No,
sure.
I know you
this
haven't, but I know Wilk and
chaos
Aahana were.
gremlin was gonna go. So Oswald's just standing there in the doorway, watching him do this.
This'll teach you not to
Aelin
leave
is
me
not
expensive
very
shit.
sneaky. Yeah, he starts a fire. You literally watch as he builds a nice little fire in the corner and starts it.
Okay, so
It's
he
now a
builds
fire
nice
burning
little-
in the corner.
All right, and where is it?
Aelin, you're wet now. The fire.
Oh,
is
come on!
Get over here.
I'm going, you fucking never let me have you. Fucking man.
Arson is not fun.
Says you!
I let you
Well,
have
yeah.
fun plenty of times. This is crime.
Wilk. So as someone who doesn't like the cold and is now like waist deep because you don't want to get any deeper because like nipples and shit, you hear people shouting behind you.
I look over. My fucking sack full of all the rations and shit that we need from Dirk, because Dirk's not joining us. I just see this. Just waist deep in the water staring.
Aelin leaves the house wet. Oswald's yelling at him. They're yelling at each other.
Give me your belt.
No.
Aahana continuing on.
Yeah, I was gonna type into chat Aahana just swimming away.
Yeah, I figured.
It's that one scene, I forget what show it's from. It's the one scene where the person just starts walking into the water and they keep going and the head disappears under the water. She doesn't stop. She just keeps going. She opens up her hip. She opens up the door on her hip so Zach can swim with her now.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cement this image in my brain. I'm gonna say, keep up, you fucks. I'm gonna put the Chain of the Deeps on and dive in.
Okay.
I'm fine.
You guys take an hour swimming around and like getting acclimated before, you know, attuning, and then you start diving. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on.
Honestly, literally talking in the water without the blocking me. This is probably one of the best enchantments we got from her.
I feel like a dolphin.
Handle the depths, the pressure, be able to speak, swim speed.
So it's pretty shallow here, and it stays shallow for a while. You actually guys get within like, you can see in the distance where like the water starts getting weird, and you see dark shapes as you kind of see in the distance Layla's Folly. None of you know what happened there.
And we've never asked.
You've never asked either, yeah. It's pretty pleasant at first. That said, I need you guys to start marking where you're gonna go, because like
Here, 1 second.
each
I'll do
line
the
is a
ruler.
day walking, right? Or what is it?
I guess, are we technically going like here?
Travel. What
One
is
edge
it?
of the hexagon is 1 day on foot.
All right, it will count the same for swimming because you guys aren't like at half speed. But yeah, you guys are going down there, or at least as close as you can.
I sure hope someone's marking this.
Oh, I was doing it with Duke because I'm the one flying Newt. I didn't know if I was doing it.
I just leave it to you two because I suck at this.
I suck at it too, bitch.
I still don't know how people stick the marker down.
It's the ruler.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. The only number on the fucking ruler I know is like 7 or 8 at this point.
Well, it's 23 hexes.
15, 14, 15, 16,
I can do this math.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. 46-ish.
You're not that deep yet.
Oh! So, 23 hexes. We could probably actually try just doubling this up. And that would be basically the line. Because it's 23 hexes, 23 times 2 is 46. Just for future
true.
reference.
So you guys are. Do I have anything I can use so you guys can sleep for the night?
I have a swan boat. We can put it upside down.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm looking for
Oh, a map.
a map I can use for you fuck.
Someone else is gonna keep track of the rations. 'cause
Guess I
don't
could
have them and I
dye
don't
a
eat.
sand thing blue.
Is this the right one? Yes, it is. I'm taking probably a useless ability just to excuse the fact I blasted Aelin with water.
That'll maybe work.
By the way, Mr. Preparation, you're going to be proud of Oswald. He remembered a thing.
Yeah, we gotta wish somebody's birthday today, or on the halfway through this traveling.
When you get there.
I meant that I remembered water immune.
This'll work, I guess. Where is it?
By the end of travel, it'll be October 5th, and we would have had Aahana's birthday
Woo!
in the middle of September. We won't be back in time to celebrate Lufa's, sadly. Unless we get teleported.
It also depends on how long it takes us to do all this.
And if we survive.
All right. So after a day of swimming down, it stays pretty shallow for a while. There's like some good. It's like, you know, like shallower, warmer ocean sort of thing. It's pretty nice so far. Not too cold, but it's still like definitely like it feels different. You see like lots of rocks and formations. No coral, but lots of fish as well. They all tend to steer clear. As the sun starts to set and the ocean and the water gets darker, considering you haven't really gone down much, you've just been walking along the bottom of this more shallow, like warmer ocean. Kind of can still see at the surface above you. Pretty long ways. It would take you like at least like 5 minutes or more to swim up there. Let me get you on your map for camp.
This will be the one time we don't have loose on this long of an expedition.
We have to do this 46 times, Shay. Get ready.
I'm ready. You guys pull yourself on here when you feel like it. There's gonna be quite a few times where it gets darker and you guys go down deeper. There's gonna be times where you're literally just free falling into the depths for a day. Like, I have things planned. I just need the stuff for it and I need to put that in.
Nah, it's fine. You just slowly put us through 46 nights of resting. He's like, alright,
Yep.
that's the end of the session. Just leave.
I mean, I still also have to, like, roll for things in the middle of the night. You guys can get attacked
Yeah.
and shit, like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, all right, so let's roll the watches.
be a long
It's gonna be
adventure.
46.
You guys are here.
46 times 4, so
It's
roll
dark.
184 d10s.
You can no longer see the surface because it's so dark. It's nighttime. You guys are tired. Kind of. It was nice at first to be, like, wet and not have to worry about shit and just be kind of floaty, but now it's, like, kind of irritating. Buoyancy is something you find you have to actually concentrate on. So in order to not float up, you actually have to, like, focus on not floating. So it's been a thing. The fishes
Aahana,
just sort of have a swim bladder that does all that for them, but you guys have, like, an enchantment, and this was the best thing I can think of for you.
Aahana pulls out her swan boat. Should I just summon this upside down?
I mean, it would float for a second and then immediately drift down once it's flooded. I guess that would work. But
No, on its side. On its side is what I meant.
go ahead. I don't see any good reefs or anything to set up a quote-unquote camp in right now.
We need to be under something.
Yeah, being under something would be nicer. We're likely to get investigated by all the little critters, so we'll definitely have to keep somebody on watch to keep that away.
Draw in whatever you're doing.
Summon my boat. Did I write your length? I swear to God, I should have. It was like 15 by like 20. No, it's 4. It's like essentially like this square. I'm not gonna do a lot. There. It's on its side.
Wait, can we talk down here?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
necklace.
Okay.
So it like starts floating up, and then as the water slowly goes into it, it just right back into the ground.
Immediately flooded. Well, it's getting late, according to what I'm assuming is Aelin doing that thing that he does where he wants to tell us the time until he's asked.
I mean, it's hard to not notice the fact that the sun went away and everything got really dark.
Yeah.
Like, scarily dark. Mr. I have issues with deep water.
I do, Wilk doesn't.
I
Take
should have
first
asked.
watch.
I should have asked Lila if she could enchant my sketchbook to be waterproof. Ah well. I'll take first watch. I'm already out here.
All right.
Alright, I'm setting up some nets, my little net traps. That'll help keep things from coming in a little bit, but most importantly, something might even get caught in it. Let's see. One there and one over here.
I know I have echolocation. Where the hell is it?
Jeez, Zach. You exude so much light.
I was so used to having nothing. Zach appears. Fools! Ah!
He does. He just exudes light.
There it is.
I miss Luson.
Let me just see the difference between these two. 120. Ah, fish are cold-blooded, aren't they? I don't know that, actually.
To
Everything gives off a heat signature even if it's cold-blooded whenever it's this fucking cold.
Well, it specifically says it does not work on cold-blooded creatures.
And fish are cold-blooded.
Huh. Mammals and birds are actually the only ones that aren't cold-blooded.
Huh.
You're also seeing the blue highlight all creatures except mammals and birds, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll get rid of heat vision.
I just randomly look to my left and I see our cat in the darkness of the corner making direct eye contact with me.
I can see you, Father.
Pretty fucking
Okay.
much.
So... Oh, well, it's okay, there we go. There's suddenly a river.
No, I tried to do a thing and it worked, so enjoy.
Yeah. I think everyone else is below it.
Yeah, everyone should be below it.
I don't look like I'm below it.
You
It's
will
'cause
not,
you-
but everybody else will. For example, you look like you're underneath it. I don't on my side.
Fair, okay.
Cool, I'm happy. Anyway. Who's doing watch first?
I am.
Alright, roll your perception. Best you can.
Perception.
Definitely changing dark vision in the future. Actually have to use, like, proper light unless you have, like, advanced dark vision where your eyes glow. and
I have
produce
60
light.
feet of echolocation at least, but yeah, just within 60 feet.
I know,
I
I'm
can
just
see.
talking about it in my head because I have to remember to, like, later on I want to make it more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Give me back my drow with light sensitivity.
I mean, I'm not doing, the drow in my game are spider people.
You know what I
so.
mean. Give me races that, are actually really good in one environment and not that good in another.
Well, yeah, that's the plan.
That if everyone's
Everything's gonna
apparently
have
the same
every
now.
race is gonna have a negative. All right, roll me that d20. Hun, called a high or low.
Hi.
Hello.
You
Alright.
jinxed it.
You just remember, don't I have an Eldronga's perception? Hmm. I really need to resort this shit.
Roll me a d23, Oswald. What is it?
5.
Huh. In the distance, Oswald, you see what can only be described as long-necked swimming creatures. They look pretty big, but they are pretty far away.
Vibrating. Wants to go see, but will not.
Aside from that, and the fact that those are swimming around in the distance, they're not your watch passes without a hitch.
I go back inside and realize no one established who's going on second watch.
We really didn't.
Trying to decide who Aahana poke.
Huh.
We really need to decide watches again.
She looks up at you. Before you say anything, she squints. And you're like, oh, she realized.
Yeah, so you're the one I trusted the most right now. I know Wilk's probably freaking out a little bit.
No, more like Wilk, if you wake him up, will get mad because of sloth.
Oswald doesn't process that yet. He's more like, I know Wilk no like ocean.
Wilk doesn't dislike the ocean. He's all for it. I don't
Oh.
like the ocean. Wilk doesn't have a phobia.
Okay, I thought that she was saying you did.
Wilk literally
Zach,
cannot be
my
afraid.
light.
Perception check. Thank you.
Why can I not find it? There it is.
Jesus.
Roll me d20.
Oh, hey, there's Doomthul.
You watch passes without a hitch, though in the distance you do see a pod of something with long necks swimming. Looks pretty large, but they seem to be staying over there.
I wonder what those are. How many long-necked things are there, Zach? In the water?
Plenty.
Ah, well.
Aelin
Pokes
just gives
Aelin.
her a nod. He was awake. Trance,
I like to
baby.
imagine she just walked in, he's staring at her, she just reaches out and pokes him and goes to lay down.
Just drifts back a little.
Perception.
I feel like every time it's happened, Aahana's figured, like, how close can I get to poking him directly in the eye before he stops me?
d20. Roll me a d23.
21.
Roll me d3.
Nope. Damn it. 2.
All you are kind of like staring out at the weird pod of long-necked creatures in the distance that seem to be slowly swimming further and further away until they can't see them. You see a rather large whale, which is odd in these shallower waters, sort of passing by. Not sure what kind of whale, but it's huge. Aside from that,
Resisting the urge.
your watch a pass without a hitch unless you do something.
Absolutely not. Pokes Wilk in the eye.
Eye opens, looks at you with a glare. All you had to do was call me. I was awake, I was just comfortable.
Oh, no, you're not. Sure, watch.
Dick.
Hey!
Make sure the nets are still holding. Go out.
You know the song and dance by now.
Yeah. I'm out, Susie. 18. And D23. Well, D20. 13.
Roll me d20. Oh, at the 13. Your watch passes without a hitch. You don't see anything out there.
Alright, wake up, everyone.
Alright, deeper down into the deep down dark deep down we go.
I'm gonna say, for the moment, you don't see Oswald.
Is he
Where
death?
did our resident nerd go?
Is he death thing? Doing the death shroud?
He's not doing the death shroud. He's decided to test something. And he figured underwater was the best for it. Just give me 1 second to put the last thing in.
I'll look around. Oswald, you're in here, right?
In your head, you hear, yeah, I decided to test out the water elemental form, and it turns out when I'm water in water, it's really hard to see me.
That's kind of cool, though.
Water moving. Much more obvious when he's actually moving.
That's
But-
creepy and awesome.
Telepathy, because gestures to not mouth.
Alright, give me 1 second as I'm preparing spells. We get this out here. Gonna prepare that, prepare this.
Yeah, Aelin, I do want your help testing something.
Okay.
Stab me.
Even a moment's hesitation.
I allow it to hit, so just roll damage.
I'm piercing to fire, which I don't think does anything underwater.
I'm also immune to fire, but I regain 10 hit points at the start of it, so I'm healing 10 hit points per second, so in 12 seconds, all of the damage is gone.
It's a good thing I didn't hit you with the fucking necrotic damage I can do.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
The
everybody.
only downside to this is it requires my water form.
Everybody huddle around right here in this little spot. Get ready to drink the water, and I pull out some rations, and I make sure that I keep it centered in the area. Like, it's not going to be pleasant, but it's still edible. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to purify the food and drink in that one spot so that we can eat it without the taint of the ocean.
Ah! Ah! That feels weird.
Y'all
Not
look
horrible.
ridiculous.
No, you're purified water, and I'm water right now.
If
Fuck off.
you're hungry, it's your fault now. Chokes down soggy jerky.
Give me the food.
You guys eat, clean up camp, and you start heading off?
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised that fucking works.
Just marching along. Jesus.
You okay?
I dropped it from a little high, my bad. Putting a can in the bin.
Yeet.
Updating maps as I go. As you guys continue down, it does start to slope downwards a bit more. You start seeing in the distance coral, and you start seeing a lot more fish, tropical. The ocean here seems to be pretty filled with abundant life.
Man, Layla would like this place.
Why didn't you ask her if she wanted to come with?
Because she's mean to me now. I don't like
She's
talking to her
always
very
been
often.
mean to you.
Yeah, she's always been mean to you.
Yeah, but now she's mean and pretty. That hurts more.
Do you just have a thing for women being mean to you, and you feel the weird conflicting nature of your relationship with her?
You've met the women I married, yes?
So that's a yes.
Yes. I've got mommy
There
issues.
we go.
Not my fault.
I'd figure you'd have daddy issues more.
A little bit of both. I'm a little messed up.
As we're talking, I'll talk to Zach. So Zach, do you think you can control enough water using shape water, maybe if you got it, to just open up a 5 feet area so that we can put some food in there, go in there, hold our breath, and eat it, occasionally dip in and out? Because I'm thinking if I can take my spear, catch one of these little crabs or critters, I can kind of boil it with my fire magic, and then we could really get a good food feast going. What do you think? You want some crab?
Were those words?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna take out my spear and keep an eye open for any decent-sized crabs.
Thank you.
Survival?
That one.
You don't find any crabs. You do see lots of fish. Fuck, there was an eel that could probably have eaten you guys. At least one of you.
Next time.
I can hear myself. What's going on?
Dan.
Is Dan here?
That's one hell of a delay he has.
He has the live stream up.
I know, but why
Oh.
isn't he responding?
Dan.
I hear him scurrying.
I had to
Did
step
your
aside
head-
for a second. I had you on my phone. Sorry.
That's
Why are you not turning off? There we go.
what she said.
That said, you're lucky that it seems lucky for now that you guys seem really foreign, so most of the creatures here are steering clear. But you're not sure how long that'll last. And as the day wanes on and the sun starts to set, you actually come across a drop-off.
Do we just
Whee!
hop off and float down?
I mean, it's starting to get dark. I'm gonna guess you guys don't want to do that in the middle of the night. Maybe it's been an entire day.
It's dark.
Hang on, let me get you guys back on the map.
It's even darker down there. My God, my vision.
Feel free to drag yourselves on.
Yeah. Oh, over here.
Oh,
Skelly.
Zach,
Skelly
why are you
Wonders.
suddenly horribly hurt?
there are many Leviathan life forms.
Oh god, no.
I am hurt because of his foolish questions. They hurt my brain.
He took 42 psychic damage from Wilk talking to him.
In reality, every time I look at the way he punches himself in the face to make it look like Wilk's so stupid he's taking damage.
Okay. Well, are we spending the night here then?
Looks like it, though. Do you want the boat, or do you think we should rest underneath the coral? The coral's definitely gonna have things that are gonna bother us, though. It's pretty.
Shark literally just comes by and knocks the boat into the depths.
I mean, why do we even need shelter?
To deter
Because we
things.
float away. No, because Shay literally said we were having to forcefully make sure we do not start floating upwards.
I thought you said that we had to forcefully make sure we did float upwards.
No, I was saying you guys had to concentrate on. So while you're not floating upwards, unless you want to, you do have to actually think it. Like if
Yeah.
you want to be walking along the bottom, you're walking along the bottom. If it was just you guys and you weren't having any way of buoyancy determining, you'd be struggling to stay on the bottom.
Well, all of us except Aahana, because she's the only one with decently heavy armor.
She'd still be struggling. She's a thick girl. She's got a lot of floaty.
Yeah, fish specifically have bladders.
Yep, they have
Yeah.
swim bladders. You guys don't have that, so I just made it a part of the enchantment that you need to think about what you want to be doing. And sleeping would maybe potentially have an issue with that, you don't know.
Well, whenever I woke up, was I on the surface of the swan boat?
No?
I'll sit on the ground.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Can't give you guys all the answers. You guys gotta figure shit out on your own, man.
Yeah. Part of watch will be determining that everyone who's not on watch isn't floating away.
I'm sleeping under the coral.
I think that's an enemy.
It's
Yeah,
an enemy?
You might want to be careful there.
An enemy. It's a stinging life form.
Is he being stung and eaten?
Con save.
Oh,
Yeah, Hana's immune to poison, buddy.
that one.
no.
He's gotta go.
Aelin, you feel a tingling sensation, and suddenly you can't move.
Grab Aelin, pulls him out. Wastes 5 Valkyrie points to heal him of his poison.
Oh, I was gonna do that.
He
but
can
got
move
this.
again.
He didn't like that.
I don't think it liked it either.
I don't know, it's big enough to eat him.
I'm saying he tastes bad.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Is there like a lip of this shelf to where this is just kind of like its own little spot?
Yeah. What you see is what you see.
Alright, I'm gonna go underneath this lip here. I'm going to...
As you step off and start drifting down, you immediately get that like throat, like your stomach goes into your throat as it's a lot further down than you thought. But you do land and you stare up and you're like, and it's also pretty shallow, so don't roll off.
Oh no, yeah, I got that. The anxiety though. I'm gonna use the fucking fishing net and just like my 2 nets. Make myself a little hole down here.
You see him making a hole, like a little like compartment, kind of like a spider.
Totally squeezing in there.
Sleepover.
Yeah, this stretches out too, so you might float around a little bit, but it's pretty nice here.
Aahana taking full advantage of her poison immunity to swim in and out of the enemy's
Honestly, it's
tentacles
the
to
safest
fuck with
spot for her. I'll take first watch, I guess, this time.
it. Okay, who
You just
has
see her
second
lay
watch?
fully down and squiggle underneath. I'll take second.
Okay,
I'll take
Just
third.
completely hidden under.
I'll take
these-
fourth.
That's plate coral over there.
It's nice.
So you got
Rips
nice
a
little like
chunk.
shit over you.
Rips a chunk out, it dies, she curls under it like a blanket.
I don't need a blanket.
What
I
are you
wish I
doing,
had.
Oswald?
Actually, I think am I immune to poison? I think I am. I think I'm high enough level that I'm immune to poison. Where the hell is it? Oh, I was looking for like, I'll look at the description of cast iron stomach, and the title of it is cast iron stomach. You are immune to poison. So yes, I'm immune to poison. I'm gonna just go where they are.
Okay.
Hope I don't discorporate into water as I sleep. Well, my primal abilities kind of turn off when I'm asleep, so I guess that happens.
Roll me d23. What'd you get?
6. The timing of that, though.
Roll me d3.
I got a 3.
The fuck are you?
Say the word, shit.
Oh god, she said it.
What the fuck? That's so cool. Horrifying, but cool.
Look at it! Look at his big old smile!
I like this better. We're going with this.
You know we have to have that interaction with somebody, Aelin.
Huh?
Remember the video?
Yes.
Look at the big old smile!
Oh, that is a frown and it wants to eat us.
Look at his smile!
Canonically, they can get Oswald thinks all undersea abominations are adorable. He might have water in the brain right now, but that doesn't mean anything.
What is your size, motherfucker? Medium. Okay. I love them, and I want all of them.
Jesus Christ, that's not medium.
I'm working on it!
When it catches Shay's eye and it comes to make you die, that's amore. 3 amores, oh no!
My man, can you
more
count?
than 3 amore.
So, as you're, keeping watch, hun, you
Yeah.
see what can only be described as a dog, but an eel. And, like, a fuck ton of them. Not like a fuck ton, but like a little pack. They come and, like, investigate.
They just like looking at me. Do they look like they're on the hunt? Little pack of fuckers.
You're not sure, because like as soon as one gets close to you, it like snuffs you, then like rears back, and then its tongue lolls out of his mouth as it like his head cocked to the side.
I love them.
I don't even have to pretend. They're adorable.
You see one starting to nose at Oswald, seeing, you know, trying to like just poking its head through like the holes in the net to like sniff.
I'm going to ask Susie. Susie,
Mm.
there's a spell I have access to, but I'm not strong enough on my own to cast at 6th level just yet. Can I get your help?
Mm?
I would like to cast Hero's Feast for them.
Yes.
No convincing needed. Yes, give Doggo food. Do you have a gem-encrusted bowl?
I don't need this. This is an innate Flame Valkyrie spell.
Ah. There's a bunch of soggy milk bones.
They are cured of all diseases, poison, and are immune to it and frightened. And
They all just start swarming the food.
at advantage.
Like a fucking like school of piranhas just ripping it apart.
I'll let them
You've
get
just
nice and low.
destroyed the ecosystem in this area.
Single-handedly.
And now they're just meandering around investigating.
Where'd food come from?
Me obviously casting them. What? The god of light rearing across their face. Here's Taco Bell.
Get us?
You got one curled up against your side.
Give it scritches.
You had better, if they start leaving, wake Oswald up.
Yeah.
The rest of your watch passes without a hitch. Most of them are just sort of chilling around now.
I'm gonna go against the grain. Unfortunately, I'm gonna wake Oswald up for second watch instead. Hey, I got you for second watch instead. Explains
It's
how.
adorable.
As you
Yeah.
turn, you see this thing's head is kind of stuck in the net and is still staring at you. Its fins are all flailed out.
It's like a pack of sea dogs. I fed them already. Go, give them some scratches. Maybe they can help us down. I don't know. Just get
Very
Aahana
quickly-
next for third.
I very quickly turn off my Kelpsy corrosive goop ability.
It
And I
finally
just
gets free and just starts like swimming around.
I start swimming around following it.
I give a little snark and I go to bed.
I am in pile of sea dogs. Alright, I will roll perception with disadvantage because sea dogs.
Mhm.
I equipped my 120-foot Eldrunga dark vision
Okay.
because I remembered I had it.
D20.
D20. 9.
Roll me a D23.
$15. Please tell me it's another pack of sea dogs.
Roll me a D4.
Four.
What the fuck is that?
I gotta just say it again.
Why did none of these things have pictures? Oh, what the fuck is that? Distracted by the sea dogs and all, you do eventually see out in the distance, far away, swimming over the depths and sort of diving down into them, a very interesting looking large ray with a very spiky tail.
Ooh.
This one's
I
from
imagine-
T-Bone.
I imagine in the middle of quiet, slow playing with dogs. We all stop, look, go back to playing with dogs.
Aside from that, your watch passes without a hitch.
Okay.
We haven't rolled anything super aggressive yet, so.
Poke, poke. Aahana.
Yeah.
So Wilk woke me up for second watch because gestures at sea dogs.
Oh. She wiggles out from underneath the coral.
They're very friendly.
Mm.
See
Farewell,
the
my
remnants
friends.
of a feast.
There is no remnants of the feast. They ate it all.
One of them chewing on a random bowl.
Perception and D20.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I need to be close to the
Excuse
people
me,
I'm trying to
doggo.
watch over. $12.
D20.
$3.
Roll my D20 3. You guys are rolling low today.
Oh, wait. $19.
All made D3.
$2.
No. In the distance, in the depths, really, you just see a very large shape sort of like undulate before like getting out of sight. Aside from that, nothing else. The sea dogs did also seem to notice, though, and they all seemed to get a little quiet and, like, somber for a bit, and they stayed that way for quite a while until they were sure it was gone.
Well, none of the fuck that was.
It's probably for the best.
Snake's tail all the way down, pokes Aelin in the head.
You know, I was wondering when people would wake me up for me watch. Wee bit late, but whatever.
Apparently, Wilk chose Oswald because dogs, and then
know.
Oswald went with me because I was technically supposed to be the next one.
I was awake for that.
They give you the vibes of Lila when she was a dog, except for instead of, like, an octopus head, it's an eel head.
And
Gonna reach
instead of
out and
judging,
kinda
they're
try
just a
and
bunch of
stroke
little
one.
himbos.
They enjoy the scritches.
Yeah.
Must resist urge to tame one.
26.
Probably 20.
Not 20.
Nice. My watch passes without a hitch. As the sun
Neither
starts to
pet could tame one.
rise... You have a tamed pet, though.
I mean, yeah, but his other pets ran away. Keep this
What?
one in the bathtub.
A
Oh,
maw.
you're not gonna be using it as your beast. You're gonna...
He's trying to replace his
Jesus
lizard.
Christ.
Animal handling?
No, we stop trying to contain feral animals. We can go. We went to Kraigdeep. You could win and bought one. They have a vet store.
One of them's
did
really
last
like
time.
into you so far, and as the sun starts to rise, and these guys start to yawn, apparently they're nocturnal. You see them all start to like huddle up, aside from the one that you're scritching, and like just sort of like sleepy pile, basically. It's just a mass of like of bodies just sort of there.
He's gonna hold that one to his chest. He's keeping him. That's his baby.
The rest of you start to wake up because Aelin isn't waking you up, and the sun is it's bright.
Aelin,
it's
what
bright
are you
here.
doing?
Oh, you good boy. You my good boy. Shut up.
Aelin, I
I'm
refuse
giving
to
him-
let you ruin another animal's life.
What do you mean ruin his life?
Your birds and we, Adrian, and the 10,000 crickets.
Oh,
What's your
they're all
plan?
assholes.
What's your plan?
Just kind of staring at him like,
Aahana just crawls up and is just staring at him next
You
to
were gonna put
Oswald.
him in the bathtub, weren't you?
maybe?
The bathtub that, very often gets soap and other cleaning chemicals in it that is not
And-
suitable for animals to breathe if they have gills.
And is not ocean water.
Not the right salinity, not the right temperature, not the right pressure.
He'll
You bring that
slowly
to the
put heel
surface,
on the
its
pile.
cells are going to decompress.
He's
I'm
putting
sorry,
your-
wee buddy. I'll come back and visit, probably. If I don't die.
Yeah, you can come back and visit.
It licks your hand and then drifts over to fall asleep with the others.
We will take you to the vet store in Kraigdeep, and you can get yourself an actual pet
Alright,
that
deal.
is easy to take care of.
Fucking hamster.
We start with hamsters. And if you can keep
No,
a
we're-
hamster alive,
It's
Listen.
going to be a cat. We're gonna get you a cat. They don't need a lot. You'll just have to leave your door open so it can come in and out as it pleases.
No, we're gonna start with the rock.
Ooh.
And we're done with the rock.
No, we're not letting him take
I
care
will
of
say
Simon.
one thing though. Eel hounds are amphibious. They
not
can
amphi-
breathe air and water.
Ooh.
And they're called eel hounds, by the way.
Remind me to
No.
make the Triton and have one
They're
of those as my
adorable.
pet.
I'm gonna grab you,
They're adorable.
They are,
which
they're
is
so
why I'm
cute.
not letting him ruin one.
They've got wolf stat blocks. They're so cute.
Listen, when the world's not in danger, we can contact an actual breeder and see if we can get you one that's meant to be
Yeah,
used as a
since
pet.
they're amphibious, they could be kept as pets, and they have the intelligence to be kept as pets. So
I could take the whole pack.
No, you can't, because I will eat you. You
Alright.
know I will. I've eaten royalty before.
they've got
Just
punchy
Aahana
bellies too,
Walking
because
by, grabs Aelin around his waist. Hops off.
oh Jesus!
Well, guess we'll eat when we're down there.
Whee!
You guys start drifting down. You find you control how quickly you descend on your own. That said, after drifting down for a while, it just starts getting darker. And if you look up, the surface light is quickly disappearing, and you're just drifting into inky blackness. You have no idea what's below you, if anything. As the
Zach,
shelf
can
of
you
the
see?
wall, as the shelf of the wall you guys jumped off near sort of retreats. You don't know if you're drifting away or if it was just a cliff face or some sort of platform. But soon you are surrounded by nothing but blackness. No light above, no light below, nothing to see around you aside from your friends.
I'd create a light, but I don't want to attract anything.
No, seriously, Zach, can you see anything?
You're not really meant to see down here, that's why we have glowy lights. That said, I am not going to be glowing, and he just he turns off his glow lights. I don't
Ah.
want to get eaten.
That's probably a good idea, actually.
Even creatures that live in the depths don't see very well.
Yeah, that's what Oswald's for with his blind sight. He can kind of feel everything in the water at this point.
I've just got Eldronga vision, but yeah.
Aelin, make sure once it starts getting late enough, we settle up and we eat a dinner at the very least.
I got you.
When or how you are going to do that is unknown to you as you continue to drift downward. After a while, you're not even sure you're moving, aside from the fact that you can kind of feel the pressure getting more intense despite your protection.
I mean, I would just bite the bullet, Wilk, and shove it in your mouth. You'll live. If you get
Oh.
poisoned, we can cure you.
I'll definitely be fine if I do that. I just wanted a decent meal this time.
We're in the depths of the ocean.
Yeah, we're not gonna find a decent meal.
Your plan was to suffocate in a small cube made by Zach.
No,
How is that decent?
that's where I just lean in, take a bite, pull my head back out, shoot.
despite the fact that you guys are talking and all that, Aelin, after what appears to be about 5 hours, all of a sudden, and it does come out of nowhere because you didn't see it coming considering it's very hard to see down here, there is no light, so there is not much to reflect on your eyes. It's very difficult to really see. You guys suddenly come to a stop. You are on what appears to be some sort of ground. Not as deep as you thought you would, so clearly there's going to be another drop-off. Eventually, maybe.
Huh.
Alright.
Still have about half a day, if not more, to continue on, but it's not great down here.
Oswald, do you sense anything within your 120 feet battle map sized vision?
It's really dark. I have a feeling the Eldrongar meant more for the ethereal sea and not the actual sea. It looks kind of like it's midnight on the surface, so I can't see much. Let's see.
You see like ground all over. It's just
I see
ground as far as I can see for now.
Nothing else right now. If we get down further, I'm gonna have to switch back to echolocation, which is only 60 feet. Should we take the time to rest now, because we don't know how far the next drop-off is gonna be?
I mean, we don't even know if there's a next drop-off yet.
You guys also aren't tired.
Yeah.
It's only been 5 hours since you woke up.
Aelin.
Hey.
You know time and direction, right?
Hey.
Okay, so which direction are we going?
Which direction do we need to go, or which direction are we actually going?
Which direction do we need to go?
We need to keep going southeast.
Oh, we will point southeast.
Alright.
Alright, let's go!
You guys start trekking along the bottom of this part of the ocean at the very least. It's very
having too much fun.
weird. There's a lot of... It's odd to just be walking and seeing nothing. It kind of reminds you of that time whenever you guys got close to the Gate of Death. Or the Wall of Death.
It is so weird that under the water feels like a desert, but cold.
You walk for at least 4 more hours before, in the distance, Oswald specifically, you start to see that the ocean water is getting a bit brighter.
Huh. Brightness up ahead.
How bright we talking?
It's getting brighter, so... Candle flame? I don't know.
Do you continue?
Yeah.
As you, after walking for another hour, you see there is light in the distance, all of you. And there are shapes in that darkness.
Huh.
It's kind of hard to see from here. You're probably another hour. It's the bottom of the ocean. It's like distance is as far as you can see, and like you guys can see pretty far, all things considered, because there's light out there, and there's not really anything to block the view. So we probably got a ways to go, but it's hard to make out the shapes from here.
Let's get closer and feel out for any odd shapes or anything, because if it's one of those anglers, that's gonna suck. Or anything else fishing with lights at that.
Hey, don't grab the light, I think, is the best way to avoid it.
Are you going towards the light or avoiding it?
It's in the direction we need to go. We should head slightly towards it, and Oswald will be able to feel if it's a creature long before we get to it.
Alright, so you continue then?
Yep.
As you continue, the shapes and the movement gets more distinct and defined until finally this is what you see. Right before we end for today.
Oh.
It's a Merho.
Punch.
You need to zoom out. You need to zoom out. There we go.
Well, one of them didn't fare too well.
One of them's still not faring well.
A little better. A little better than this one.
Yeah, it's bad.
You see what looks to be some sort of giant finned creature chained down, while a lot of smaller ones, looks to be either Triton from this distance at least, or something similar, are moving around them. There seems to be others chained in the distance that are decayed. This one seems to be still alive, though not in great shape.
Ha.
You're still pretty far out. No one's noticed you yet. They have light nearby. It's like a big orb in the center of all this, probably to keep an eye on things. They haven't noticed you because you guys are in the darkness. And like I said, that is where we're going to end it today, unless you guys want to do a quick talk to each other.
I was just gonna ask Zach real quick if he knows exactly what the giant lady is.
I'll get back to you next time. I don't remember.
That's fine. That's fair.
Alright.
It's been a while.
I was
I think
assuming
it's
some
an
kind of
Aquarian.
I was assuming some kind of like whale kindred.
Nah, they don't get this big, and that's not a kindred.
Yeah.
Well, I know exactly what cliche-ass title to give this one.
Unto the depths.
The Descent.
Fair enough. The Descent it is then, I guess. Alright, thank you everybody for being here. We'll see you all next time.
Fucking Hatter. That's a huge bitch.
Bye.
Bye.